Food, water, and oxygen are all essential elements for life to continue. How long can you last without food? 3 weeks for an average adult. How long can you continue without water? You can probably last 3 days. And without oxygen? You can only live 3 minutes. We may be alive right now, but are we getting enough oxygen? Many people are not. Stress makes us hold our breath, reducing our ability to take up oxygen. As we grow older, our lung capacity and blood circulation to parts of the body become compromised, starving our cells of oxygen. Various diseases are also associated with hypoxia. Finally, air pollution and smoking can reduce the availability of oxygen to our lungs. What happens when our bodies do not get sufficient oxygen? Hypoxia sets in. Hypoxia is a state where there is deficiency of oxygen in our body tissues. Hypoxia can be insidious, affecting areas of the body with poor blood supply. Why is having sufficient oxygen important to us? This is because oxygen gives power to the living cells in your body. Inside every cell are up to 10,000 tiny power generators called mitochondria. Mitochondria are powered up by oxygen. When one molecule of glucose is taken up into the mitochondria, it produces 32 ATP. ATP is the energy currency of the cell. When there is hypoxia, the mitochondria all shut down and stop functioning. The glucose molecule taken up by the cell is processed outside the mitochondria, inside the cell cytoplasm. This is a much less efficient way of producing energy and can only yield 2 ATP. So in a hypoxic cell, one molecule of glucose produces 2 ATP. When there is sufficient oxygen, mitochondrial function is powered up and the cell generates 16 times more ATP. In fact, Nobel Prize winner Dr. Otto Warburg discovered many years ago that all normal cells require oxygen, and when a cell is hypoxic, it undergoes metabolic changes to resemble cancer. Cancer doctors today recognize that cancers are hypoxic, and hypoxia makes the cancer more aggressive and invasive. So the question is, how do you get more oxygen into your body to reduce hypoxia? Modern medicine uses methods such as hyperbaric oxygen therapy and oxygen masks to deliver more oxygen into our bodies, but these are either too complicated or too inconvenient to use on a daily basis. But we've got an innovative method that can deliver oxygen to your body. Introducing Elo Water. Elo Water is an oxygen-rich water product by HyFlux. Using advanced proprietary technologies, HyFlux has created a drinking water that carries oxygen in a stable form. Elo Water is an oxygen-rich water product by HyFlux. Using advanced proprietary technologies, HyFlux has created a drinking water that carries oxygen in a stable form. How is Elo Water different from other brands of oxygen water in the market? We have referenced other types of oxygen water popular in the market. Many of these oxygen water brands use high-pressure oxygenation techniques, leading to loss of oxygen from the water once the bottle is opened. Elo Water, on the other hand, has a sustainably higher oxygen content. In fact, the oxygen in Elo Water remains almost unchanged even when it sits in an open glass for 8 hours. But a fair question to ask is, how do we know if drinking Elo Water can deliver oxygen to your body's cells and reduce hypoxia? Monash University scientists started investigating this in 2016. In the study, an equal number of prostate cancer cells were injected into 2 groups of mice. One group drank only Elo Water, while a control group drank only tap water. A special scan was used to measure hypoxia inside the cancers, and the cancer was monitored for growth and size. Scientists verified on the scan that the cancers of mice given Elo Water had minimal hypoxia, while the cancers of mice drinking tap water remained severely hypoxic. What this means is the oxygen in Elo Water could be absorbed through the gut and penetrated the cancer tissue, thereby reducing the cancer hypoxia. The Monash scientists were very surprised to observe that the Elo Water inhibited the growth rate of the prostate cancer. The cancer size of mice that drank Elo Water were significantly smaller than that of cancers in the mice drinking tap water. Statistical analysis of the cancer volumes showed that drinking Elo Water produced much smaller cancers. The study scientifically verified that Elo Water could reduce hypoxia and Elo Water could slow the growth of cancer. From these tests, we know that Elo Water is different from the other types of oxygen water. It is oxygen-rich. The Elo oxygen remains stable for long periods of time. Elo can transport oxygen to your body tissues to reduce hypoxia. So how does drinking Elo Water benefit you? It has been proven scientifically that drinking Elo Water will deliver oxygen to your body cells, powering them up with much more energy. If you regularly consume Elo Water, it can reduce hypoxia in your body and add vitality to your well-being. However, we must stress that Elo Water is not a miracle water. Neither is it a medical water. Elo Water is an effective carrier of oxygen to reduce areas of hypoxia present in your body. Medical research has documented that hypoxia is associated with many conditions. These conditions either result in hypoxia in parts of the body or may be induced by cellular changes linked to hypoxia over long periods of time. We believe that Elo Water can help your body fight the effects of hypoxia. But the choice is entirely yours. Elo Water, a revolutionary product brought to you by HyFlux.